It is the best-selling science fiction novel of all times, and I finally read it. And today we are going to talk about Dune by Frank Herbert. But don't worry, this video will be totally spoiler-free, and in the end of the video I will show you guys some nice details about this must-have edition by Folio Society. So, I finally read it and I can't understand why I put off reading this book for so long. I used to think that I was the last sci-fi fan in the world to read it, and maybe I was. But at least I did it in style with this baby here, and what a journey. I sometimes hear that this book drags itself, but I totally disagree. I was hooked since the beginning and I couldn't put it down. It took me 5 days to finish and I was totally satisfied all the way. Another thing that people usually say is that this book is slow and boring and uninteresting. I cannot understand why. I know taste is something personal, but this book is not slow at all. Okay, it's full of politics and religion, but it's also full of action. New conflicts, new difficulties are being presented to the protagonist all the time. I personally don't enjoy too much politics and religion especially, but I love this book. In this book we have the perfect example of the hero's journey. Have you read this book by Joseph Campbell? It's really useful, it's really insightful to understand this kind of story in which we have a protagonist and he needs to grow, to overcome many things, to achieve his goal, or something that he must do to save the world, save everything. The Hero's Journey by Joseph Campbell. The hero here is Paul Atreides. He's a really young guy, but this is also the story of Dune, this desert planet, probably the last fictional place you will ever want to be. Even if you usually don't enjoy sci-fi, I would recommend this book. I will read the blurb. Set in the far future amidst a sprawling feudal interstellar empire, where planetary dynasties are controlled by noble houses that owe an allegiance to the imperial house Corino, Dune tells the story of young Paul Atreides as he and his family accept control of the desert planet Arrakis, the only source of the spice melange, the most important and valuable substance in the cosmos. The story explores the complex, multi-layered interactions of politics, religion, ecology, technology, and human emotion as the forces of the empire confront each other for control of Arrakis. Published in 1965, it won the Hugo Award in 1966 and the inaugural Nebula Award for Best Novel. This Folio Society edition is one of the most beautiful books I own. The slipcase has a design by Sam Weber, and what makes it very special in my opinion is the fact that Dune is represented in this pictorial design in a simple but effective way, with flowing lines evoking the desert sand. This edition was published to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Dune. It's introduced by Michael Dita, illustrated by Sam Weber, and it has an afterword by Brian Herbert, Frank Herbert's son. It's bound in this beautiful metallic silver buckram, printed and blocked with a design by Sam Weber. I cannot help but admire this cover and all its nuances and details. I never tired of contemplating the cover of this book. I really think it's beautiful. These maps as end papers by Martin Sanders are the only thing in this edition that I didn't like, because I couldn't notice nothing special and well thought about them. There are 11 color illustrations by Sam Weber and many black and white chapter headings. The color illustrations are printed with an amazing quality. They were originally painted in oil on board, and you can see this clearly in the end product. The black and white chapter headings were made using ink and charcoal on paper, and they are simple but also quite nice. The color illustrations have a huge impact. The quality of the printing is amazing, but to be honest, since there is a cinematic quality about this book, I wanted more illustrations. Well, this is one of my favorite editions from Folio Society. I think it's a must-have for every Dune fan. And before I go, I must mention that this edition brings all the original appendices of Dune. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See ya and thanks for watching.